Thanks for being here.
Thank you.
And my first question about your touring life at the moment.
Yeah.
Because yesterday you played in Lille.
Yeah.
I understand you came here by nightliner.
Yes.
Did you sleep in the nightliner?
I slept. I had not the greatest sleep last night.
Uh-huh.
I woke up early and couldn't go back to sleep. But my little family came to visit, so I have a bed in the back of the bus, so we were 3 in the bed last night.
Okay, that's nice. Yeah, but it's quite an extensive tour.
Yes, we've been out.
So you're doing everything by nightliner? And
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've been out now just over 2 weeks, and we got another 2 weeks to go. We're driving mostly at night. We've had a couple hotels, but it's fantastic. I mean, this for me is exactly why I do what I do and why I came back after being gone for a long time, because I really love touring. And for me, it's a lot of a kind of a homecoming, because as a child, when I grew up, my father was a jazz musician, so he used to bring the family with him on tour all the time, and we were out all the time throughout my childhood. So for me, like getting on the road is like, oh, I remember this life.
Oh, really?
So I'm very at home on tour.
Okay. And that's your dad's influence, of course, because you grow up with that.
Yeah.
Is there in your musical life also still this influence of him?
Yes, I think in many ways. Obviously, I followed a different musical road than my father. He was a jazz musician, free jazz and world music, and I'm more in the kind of a rock pop, little blues on top. But the way I work with the band, and if you see the show, there's a lot of freedom within the music. So songs have a plan, but you don't know where it might end up. But I like to let the music go at times, and I think that's very much in the spirit of my father, of just letting the music take us to wherever we end up.
Okay. About your last album, The Streets of You. Of course, it sounds very different than the albums before, also because of the production, I guess. Can you explain a little bit in how you approached that album?
I mean, for me, in many ways, I don't think I haven't reinvented myself. You know, the album is definitely very much me. You know, we still record it live. There's still, you know, the bass, drums, guitars, and keyboards and all that. So yeah, my focus is always when I write, it's like with the guitar, it's lyrics and melody, and then you kind of build the musical soundscape around whatever this song is about. With this album, like I said earlier, I mean, I haven't been in the music world for a while, so I started really feeling I want to get on the road, so let's make an album. And I started traveling, writing in New York and in LA, and obviously in Stockholm where I live. But when I got to Nashville, that's when I really got the kick that I wanted, you know, and really? Started feeling like, yes, I want to make this album. And it was not so much only the people that I met and worked with, but it was the whole thing of going out and listening to music every night. The whole town is just all about music, all the people I was meeting, and then being, you know, American part of my life. My dad was American, so I grew up much in New York, and just being back in the States and hanging out, and then I just really realized, okay, I know exactly what I want this album to be and what it should sound like, and we recorded a lot of the album in Nashville, so it's got that sound of, you know, I guess it's Americana music that I make, you know, so it's got that sound, but like the song Streets of You, I think we still kind of managed to take it into the 2018-19 production, but found a really good balance. I'm very pleased with that.
And the producer, was he involved very much in building the sound, or?
Yeah, I mean, I wrote a few of the songs with the main producer Peter Kvint that produced most of the album, and then Ian Fitchuk that I worked with in Nashville. We also wrote together. So before we went to the studio, we kind of already knew what the songs were. So it was more about getting the right musicians to come in that can honor what we've created. When you make albums like that, the production is more about what the instruments are going to sound like, what the drum sound's going to be, and getting the guitars to sound right and all that. But the actual kind of the instrumentation, I mean, the song already knows what it is. The song kind of tells you what to do, if you know what I mean.
And then if there's this production sound on the record, then you have to play it live, and it's different, of course.
Yeah.
But even if you play it here, like the song "The Streets of You," it's just a singer-songwriter song, which is there all the time.
I think that's the
right.
key. That's the key, man. It's like if you're writing a song, you're sitting in a room with a guitar and the song sounds good, then you know it's going to work in whatever context you take it. But to me, I think that a great song should be able to be sung, you know, with just an instrument. And it's funny because when I made my first album, I was signed to a very small Swedish label, and my plan was not to conquer the world. I was making an album that hopefully will do well in Sweden and then allows me to kind of move on and eventually maybe I'll get to experience everything that I got to experience off the first album. But I thought about that a lot, about making an album that if I don't get the big success, I can still go out with a small acoustic trio and play the songs. I try to still write songs that'll work in that context, and I still use that, that recipe when I write.
Sounded beautiful here.
Oh, great. It's a great room.
And
Hot.
you play with 2 acoustic guitars.
Yeah.
Yourself, you have a Taylor guitar.
Yeah.
What's his
Coma.
name? Okay.
Coma.
That was a Martin guitar.
Yeah, that was actually my guitar as well.
Okay.
he has another Martin, but our guitar tech grabbed those two. So
Okay. Do you have a preference in that?
Martin, yeah.
Yes.
I really like Martin guitars. And the one that he was playing, I had another one that got stolen. I checked in at LAX airport and never saw it again.
Oh.
So someone that worked at the airport, someone grabbed it. And that one was like, I'd had it from the beginning, so it was starting to really, it was like 20-something years old, so it was starting to sound really good. But the funny thing is, once I got it, the insurance took care of it, and I got it replaced, and I'm really happy with this one. So what I ended up really missing was the case, because I had this guitar case that had been with me all through all the journeys, and all the radio stations in the States, everything I bought, got their stickers and put them on my guitar case, so you could see all the places I'd been. So that was irreplaceable. So I missed that case. If anybody out there finds my case, give it back.
Okay. Thank you for the interview.
Thank you.
And thank you for playing for us.
Yes, thank you for having us. It's
And
great.
have a good concert tonight.
Yes, I'm ready.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.